Hello Eurovision fans and maybe also some rock fans. Thank you for coming to my channel. It's time for another Eurovision battle where I take two songs from the Eurovision Song Contest and have them fight it out in rounds, giving points to the winner. In the rounds, I will be looking at different aspects of the song and performance. And today is a particularly fun battle, I think, because we have Lord of the Lost with Blood and Glitter representing Germany, fight it out against Let 3 with Mama Sh representing Croatia this year, so battle of the rock bands, even though it's very different styles. And I have put them together because I like both songs quite a lot and I like both bands. Lord of the Lost have an amazing Eurovision attitude. They are posting about their competitors really and using their reach they have on social media to promote their competitors. Really great Eurovision spirit. And Let 3 I just love because of their creativity they have shown over 3 decades already. Okay, let's get to the battle. I think it will be interesting. The first aspect I will look at are the stagings of the two songs, and I am looking at the national final performances from Germany and from Croatia. Lord of the Lost, I said this in my rating video, I found the performance a bit static and separating the band members into different cubicles for a rock band doesn't make that much sense to me because I think the energy would come across much more if they were performing together. I think one reason was the stage being so small in the German national final, and I think they will have a much more energetic performance at Eurovision. However, I am comparing the national finals, so Let 3 here has an over-the-top avant-garde staging, lots of hidden or maybe not so hidden messages in the performance, references to dictators and strongmen, war games being played, and a very strong anti-war message. So this one, the first point I have to give to Let 3 just for the incredible creativity they show in the staging. So next up, I want to talk about the performance. This is mostly about the lead singer and how they connect to the audience, how they perform. I think both are really, really good at what they're doing. They have years and years and years of experience, of concerts that they can draw from, and you can really see that. It's very professional. But I do think that the lead singer of Lord of the Lost works the camera more. There's more of a connection being built with the audience. I do understand that Let 3 might be doing that intentionally to create a bit of a distance so people look at it more as a work of art. However, I do think that Lord of the Lost performance is more accessible, and that is why I'm giving this point to Lord of the Lost. So 1-1 until now. Round number 3 are the lyrics of the two songs. I mean, Blood and Glitter has a nice message. We are all the same blood. I like the contrast in the lyrics. We are so happy we could die. Also, Blood and Glitter is already a contrast, but the lyrics also feel a bit generic to me and they don't really tell a story. Mama Sh. I mean, it seems like a Dadaist song that doesn't have a lot of meaning in it when you first listen to it, but the more you get into it and the more deeper you dig into it, it doesn't have a lot of lyrics, but each sentence and each word is really thought of a lot, lots of symbolism, references to different dictators, past and present, a great anti-war message. Watch my video explaining the song if you want to know more about that. I don't want to repeat everything, but this point very clearly has to go to Let 3, so 2-1. Next up, the voice. Now in my rating video of Let 3, I said that he screams more than he sings and it's not really a vocal performance. I've completely changed my point of view. Sorry for not seeing that before. I am quite impressed with what he does with his voice. I didn't like it in the beginning. Now I do like it, also knowing the message of the song and everything. I just wasn't used to the style, and yeah, it's an impressive vocal performance. However, the voice of the lead singer in Lord of the Lost is just so unique and so interesting to me. It's really hard to sing so deep and still have such an interesting tone to your voice and character and drama in the voice. His voice is just 100% suited to this kind of song as well. And I mean, you almost hear a life lived in that voice, even though he's not that old. And I just find that really, really cool and really interesting. So I'm giving this point to Lord of the Lost. Next up, we have the song, which I am subdividing into 4 rounds because it is just the most important aspect of a Eurovision package, I think. First up, we have melody and hook. This is a bit difficult. Mama Sh, I think, has the better hook. Mama kupi la traktora. Sh is just in my head constantly. It's so catchy. It's completely weird and unique, but it still gets stuck in your head. It doesn't really go with any musical traditions or anything like that, but it just stays in your head. So it is a great hook. It's not an annoying hook either. I like it. Blood and Glitter has the better melody, I think. I mean, it has a melody. Mama Sh, I'm not sure it really has a melody. And I also like the variation in Blood and Glitter. The tempo changes, the intensity changes, the way he sings changes, of course. But I mean, so I like one aspect better in either song, so I'm giving a point to both. What else could I do? Now, the structure. This is hard, again, because I do like the variation in Blood and Glitter quite a lot, but Mama's structure is so interesting in kind of that it doesn't really have a structure, you think at first, but this part where he sings the alphabet in reverse, it's kind of gives you this feeling of what is going on, what is happening, like a war does, and you're kind of disoriented, and I find that really, really cool. And then after that, in the song, they sing, Mom, I'm going to war. So after this confusion and everything, there is the moment where you actually have to go to war, or where you go to war, and it just shows the craziness of war to me, how it is overwhelming to everyone. And as I really like the message and how the structure of the song supports the message, I'm giving this point to Mama Sh as well. Now, next up, we have Originality. That's quite of an easy one. If you look at what I said about the lyrics, about the structure, about the hook as well, I think this one also has to go to Mama Sh. I do like Blood and Glitter a lot too. I think it's original for Eurovision, but in other aspects, I like how it fuses metal with a more schlagery melody, but when you compare it to Mama Sh, it's just the more original piece. So 3-5 until now. And last but not least, we have song overall, where I kind of just look at how much I like listening to the song without analyzing it too much and looking too much at the different details I have talked about before. And here I just have to say I love listening to Blood and Glitter. I love listening to Mama Sh in different times of day, in different moods. So again, I'm giving a point to both of them. So we have a winner, and I'm a bit surprised because Blood and Glitter is higher in my top than Mama Sh, but Mama Sh has won this battle, especially I think because of its originality. Now let's find out if you agree. You guys voted in the community tab of my channel. If you want to participate in these votes, please subscribe to my channel and you will see the next votes coming up on other song battles. So here are your votes. You gave 61% to Lord of the Lost and 39% to Mama Sh. So you guys don't agree with me, or most of you don't agree with me. You prefer Lord of the Lost and Blood and Glitter. And I also have some of your comments. A lot of you said that you love both songs, and that's why it's very hard to choose for you. Some also said that they don't like either of the songs, which makes sense. I think they are both songs that are quite love it or hate it. If you love this style of music, you're gonna love it. If you don't, then you won't. And actually that's good for both of them in Eurovision, I think, because it doesn't matter how many people hate you, it matters how many people love you and pick up the phone to vote for you. So lots of people shared their opinion. One said Blood and Glitter is a strong song that is nice to listen to, and the lyrics are quite relatable, okay? However, Mama Sh is more creative, it's chaotic and interesting, and indirectly delivers a political message through symbolism. Yes, it does. And another one said something similar, a political protest song wrapped in an avant-garde art performance. Exactly. And then someone else said, I like the pure chaos of Mama Sh. Just so great and a wonderful fever dream. That's a great description of that song, I think. Someone else said, I like both so much, but Blood and Glitter gets my gym mood up to the sky. I can completely relate to this gym mood thing because I do listen to Blood and Glitter a lot while working out. And Blood and Glitter is more cohesive as a whole, and Mama Ch is too chaotic. So here you have a few comments and opinions. I find all of them quite interesting. Let me know in the comments of this video what you think of the two songs and where you disagree with how I did this song battle and where you would give a point to the other song. Please subscribe to my channel if you want more song battles, interesting lyric explanations, videos on Eurovision history, and then you can come back for my next video and I will see you then. Bye bye.